want to introduce myself. For me, it's wonderful to meet all of you. My name is Alex Fridman. I'm a little bit nervous, I'll tell you from the beginning, because this is my first time when I speak to audience and share my knowledge with the audience.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the first time. The previous speaker was doing this. Today I'm CEO of Atlas Logistics. We are one of the top players in Baltic transit logistics business. We work with the Russian CIS markets with huge companies that work with clothes, furniture, pharmaceuticals, absolutely different type of cargoes. We provide delivery service, storage service, custom clearance, such stuff that is not interesting to most of you. But I am very happy to represent this company. I worked there already for 7 years. Why? Because people there and the company is slightly different from the others. In Atlas Logistics, we chase our dreams. We have possibility to chase our dreams. We have found the key to success in sales skills. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. Thanks to Edward who invited me.
Thank you.
Thank you. In Atlas, we are really passionate to help each other, to develop each other, to develop employees, colleagues, to partners. And I really think that sales skills can develop anybody, including you. I'm not a professional coach trainer, so I'm not going to make from you a monster seller of ice creams, for example. But the weather is very good for this business, so you have to think of it. I found out for the previous several years that sales is not about taking money from someone's pocket for your product or service. Sales is something more general. It's about our lives. It's about moving you forward toward chasing your dreams. So I really hope that after my presentation you'll take something for your personal life. Let's begin. Sales skills. On the board you can see the question, what is it for me? This is a crucial question in sales. Why? Because if you don't understand what I'm going to tell you, why you're sitting here, it's not interesting for you. It will be boring for you. You have to know why you are here. What for I'm here saying this and trying to do my best for Edward. And for myself and for you. This is a crucial question. We will meet it afterwards. But when I was preparing for this conference, I asked myself the same question, what is it for you here listening to me? Let's check whether I did good, whether I have prepared good. I will ask you a question. If anybody is interested in the answer, please raise your hand. So, this situation. Your best friend is not going to celebrate his or her birthday, but you want to hang around a little bit. You were working like a horse, like very hard for 12 hours, and you don't want for him to skip this day. How to persuade him to celebrate his birthday? Who wants to hear the answer? Okay, wonderful, wonderful audience. Some hands. I thought on the first question will be no hands. Wonderful. How many of you are married? Wonderful, pretty the same amount. Have you ever heard from your wife or husband that you are doing nothing at home? Everything is done by the other part. You're doing nothing, you only work. Everybody heard these words? Yeah, I see you guys. Me too. So, what to do if you're trying to so hard to find followers? Clients, partners, but the results are not so inspiring. You don't know what to do, to push or not to push. Who wants to hear the answer, what to do? Wonderful. I see your hands. And the last question was not so interesting. It was about raising your salaries. I don't know what it is. So what do we see here? Some questions are more interesting, some less. But there is fact that now you already think of what you are going to achieve, and it is much more interesting for you. This made this question, what is it for me? Anytime you're talking to anybody, to any audience, an opponent, think of other person. What is it for him? If he will understand what is it for him, it will be much easier for you to talk to your CEO.
Sorry, but you did. Can you give an answer? So how to? I will throw that party.
I will, but a little bit further. Okay. I have a slide for this. Okay. So again, sales skills teaches you how to get what you want from other people. One more general slide is saying that sales is about results. In sales, only results matters. All the others is just words. You maybe heard it from your bosses, from CEOs, from anybody. Only results. Show me the results. I don't want to hear anything. This is because of this sales. Sales need figures. Sales wants your account number to be like your phone number in 6 digits. It's all about results. Also, if I'm saying that everything is about results and sales say the same, then we need to think, what are your results? What are you working for? In sales, you have to specify your goal. Before you do this, you're working hard, but you're not knowing where you're going. What is the aim? It can appear that you're building a space shuttle or a huge programming project. And what for? Just to travel a few miles, you can do it by a bus. First, specify your goal. And there was a question, I don't remember, but I answered it on the previous wonderful speaker talk. The question, what result I need right now? You remember this question? You can ask yourself.
No. The question was,
you asked. I remember. What is the perfect question?
Yes.
The monster of all the questions.
Yes.
Here it is. What result do I need right now? Anything happens. The boss is saying unpleasant things to you. You're arguing with the colleagues, with the relatives. You want to sell something. Stop a little bit and think, what result do I need right now?
Sorry, aren't you too short-term thinking now?
Again, please?
Too short-term thinking? Like reducing the scope?
Yeah.
I'm just challenging you.
Some sort of. Yes, that's correct, because I said that it's like delete button. I threw out all the rest and shortened the scope. That's right. So remember, in the end, you will be rated by your results, not by your words. Has anybody seen the movie The Wolf of the Wall Street?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not everybody, but a lot of you. I like this movie a lot because I was watching it like about sales, not about his history. Is he a bad guy or a good guy? What I can find there about sales. And in the end of the movie, main character asks the person, sell me a pen. Actually, oh, here it is. All coaches all over the world ask this question. Everybody is fed up of this question. I just want for you to know what is it about. Usually, when people are asked about this question, they start to sell something like this. I have a blue pen. It is wonderful. I think Queen Elizabeth was using it, and something like there is elephant ink inside. Do you want to buy it? No, because I don't use pen at all. I use my laptop. This is the answer, yeah? So, what coaches wanted from the person when one coach asks this question, coach doesn't want you to describe the pen and then ask a question, do you want to buy it? Coach wants to hear something like, Hello. What was the last time you have used the pen? The coach says, I don't use a pen, I use laptop. Oh, happy you! And what about your friends or colleagues? Is anybody using pen around you? I have one friend, he's a writer, he uses pen and he says that there is some magic in this pen. But isn't it stupid? No, you say, it's not stupid. I absolutely believe what is saying your friend. And right now, our company started to sell unique pens. Each pen has a 200-year history. When you take this pen into your hand, the ideas like thunderbolts come to your head. I already see how your friend received this present from your hand and he's so happy. What do you think? Will your friend like this? The coach says, yeah, I think, but I'm not sure. I can tell you that the only thing that you will regret is that you haven't bought 2 of them. I tried my best, but I can tell you that I'm not a bestseller, but I wanted to show you what is it about. And what's it about? You should not talk about the pen. Nobody is thinking about the pen, about your product, about things. People don't think about these things. About items. People think about their needs. So the first thing what seller and sales skills teach us is ask questions, find out needs of people that surround you. That you want something from anybody. Find out the needs. Then I'm searching for a hook. It was the writer with the magic. I suggested a solution and I closed the deal. This was like introduction, the basics. I want to go forward right now. Now detailed inside this. Understanding needs. Here you see the abbreviation of the question that was on the first slide. What it is for me. What it is for me. Very, very important question to remember about it. Understanding needs. So as I said, needs is the basement of all the sales. Actually, my life and a life of huge amount of people change dramatically when you understand that you personally achieve more results when you listen to the needs and try to help to succeed in achieving the needs of other people that surround you. So your results, you achieve them faster when you think not about yourself, but about the people around you. Another example about needs and why you have to think about needs of other people. For example, you're a seller. You work in the office with a telephone. The boss comes to you and said that today we're going to sell wonderful bicycles. Here is a booklet. You take it. Profile. There is a photo. Wow, wonderful bicycles. I want one of this. You look on the second page, the technical specification. I was waiting for it, but I know how to sell it. So you take the third page, there is written the list of people you have to talk. You find the first one, it will be, for example, Tristep. You think, okay, Tristep, now you're going to buy this bicycle. You take the phone, you're calling, you say, hello, there is hello. Is it Mr. Tristep? Yes, please. Mr. Tristep, I have a wonderful offer for you today. We have just received unbelievable cool bicycles. Yeah, I already see how you're riding it from the cliff. You're one. That's because I'm thinking what's going further. And then on the other end, you hear, is it a joke? What? No, it's not a joke. Wonderful bicycle. Idiot, I don't have legs. Wow, he doesn't have legs, and I have just offered him a bicycle. I'm not a good guy. Yeah, and not very good start for the sales day. Understand needs first. It will be much easier for you to live afterwards. Wasn't it so difficult to ask him, Mr. Tristep, What is your attitude towards sports? Or the other way, the questions, there can be millions amount of questions. Like, I'm calling you from a sports retail store. Is there anything we can help you? So to first start with the needs. Don't sell your product. Don't start with building a product. We have also just discussed it. Don't start with the product. Start with the needs. Want to sell, understand needs. Wait rule. Very interesting one. And wonderful is that I'm talking just after the coffee break. I'm sure that now everybody was on the coffee break, and in our life we fly to and go to different conferences, and there every time there is a coffee break. And that's what I'm going to talk about, the coffee breaks on the conferences. What happens there? You come into the hall or into the room, you go after the coffee, after the snack, and then you look around, you have to go somewhere. And there is a stressful situation, especially if you're somewhere abroad and you don't know anybody. So you think, oh, full room of strangers. Who would want to speak with me? And some of you are afraid at this moment. But if you were before, you won't be anymore. Because you have to understand that all people there are saying the same. Everybody is afraid. Everybody are strangers there. And everybody took just the coffee and the snacks and now searching somebody to talk. Don't be afraid anymore. So what happens? You're standing with the coffee and the snack, you're looking what happens, and in most situations, and you will see it after this, you see the same picture. There are people like standing alone over here. There are people that are talking in pairs. There are people, we call it open three, and there are people that we call closed four. What do you think? Whom do you have to choose? Any suggestions? You're with the coffee and with
Open
the...
three.
Which one?
Open three.
Why?
A long guy.
The long guy? Why a long guy? A long guy.
With iPhone, yeah.
Maybe he's an iPhone. Maybe he's working. Maybe he's just not interesting in a stranger. You have to be aware of him. Maybe he has a knife somewhere. I don't know. The long guy, be careful with the long guy. I'm not saying he's a bad one, but be careful. Somebody said 3, that's the correct answer. I'll go further. 2, there is a big chance that they have some private talk. So and therefore there is a big chance that you will come in and want to introduce yourself, and they'll say, sorry, not now. Let's talk in 5-10 minutes. Okay, we have a private talk. Closed 4, also, this is a wonderful team to talk to, but it is physically difficult to do, because when there are 4 people standing like this, to enter them, you have to do something like hello. So, a nice idea, but a little bit difficult physically. So the best choice is open 3. What do you need to do to enter the open 3? Everything is simple. You just come in and say, hello, I'm new here. Can I join you? Nothing special. In most cases it will work. People say, okay, please join. And then you shut up. You come in and shut up. So somebody can ask why I wrote here wait rule. I wrote here wait rule to explain you why you have to shut up. The thing is that wait is standing here for why am I talking? In sales and in life in general, sometimes you can, even about yourself, you can find that you are speaking not in the right moment. You shouldn't do this. And you can start to think, why am I talking? Is there any purpose? Am I going towards the results? And when you come to this open 3, you don't know them. You don't know what they were talking about. Maybe you will confuse them with your words. You don't know anything about needs. You didn't listen. So what you do, you wait. You come in and wait. Listen, understand the needs, and then shake hands, and maybe they'll be your best friends in the future. So if you want to sell something, first wait and listen. Wait tool. Sounds similar, but it's not. The meaning is different. I'll try to explain it to you with the example of entertainment event. You decided to jump from the plane with a parachute. Maybe somebody did, I didn't. Wonderful idea, but a little bit scary. So you decided to ask your friend to go with you. And better even not a friend, you ask your girlfriend to go with you. So what you're doing, you're coming to your girlfriend and saying, you know, I have a wonderful idea. Let's jump from the plane with a parachute. Wow! And she's looking at you like, no, you're crazy. I'm not going to do this. What happened in this situation according to the wait tool? On the wait tool, there, on one hand, there is the price. The price, yeah, that's right. What is it for me to accept your offer? And for the girlfriend, this is the risk of death, and it's more like a heart attack. And on the other hand, it's the value that person achieves from your offer. And here, you didn't say anything. So what she understood that there is some sort of entertainment event after that, and I can die. It's then you think how to change, but you really want to jump from the parachute, or from the plane with the parachute, so what you do, you start to think how to persuade her. It can be not a parachute, but your CEO and the product or idea that you wanted him to choose instead of his stupid thoughts, yeah? So, you say something like, you know, we're together for 7 years already. And you remember what the time when we were dating? It was so romantic. We had our relationship was so strong. Now the time passed and we need something to change. We need some kick-ass. We need, just imagine, we together on the plane, holding each other, then jumping in the sky. The love is in the air. Just imagine. And your girlfriend is thinking, smiling, thinking, yes, love, man. As it was before, so wonderful. But this is the risk of death. I really want it, she said, but I don't know how to tell it to my mom. So again, you receive this no, and why? Because the balance changed, but still the price is heavier than the values. Then you need something better, and you say, honey, jump with me and I'll marry you. At this moment, the value went down. The price, she doesn't even think about it. Because she already remembered that the percentage of death is not so big and actually nobody is dying, but I'm going to marry him. And she says yes. So, in sales, this was just a fun example, but in sales it really works.
It works when marriage works?
But then she comes to the airplane and then she starts to think, and is it happening in sales as well? You convince somebody and
the deal can be refused in the past 5 minutes. Anything can happen.
So you need to pain.
But I will talk about this also, because I'll talk in the next slide. So what you have to understand, if client doesn't, or your boss, or anybody doesn't accept the price of your service, it means that you were not talking about the value, or you're doing too little. There is no value in the things that you are doing. But mostly you're just not talking about this. This is the common mistake, talking about the price and not talking about the values. And remember, don't argue about the price. Never argue. If your client or your opponent just thinks that it costs this much, don't try to persuade him that he's wrong. Nobody loves it. Nobody wants to be wrong. Just give him more values until he accepts it. Want to sell? Add values. Dealing with no. Has anybody ever saw such face on the people that surround you when you
Sure.
offer something? And is your seal, does your seal look like this? Sometimes? Okay. Dealing with no. One second. Imagine pharmacy. I came to the pharmacy. I want to buy some medicine like Flaxatron, but this Flaxatron is sold only with the receipt. So I asked the lady, can you sell me the Flaxatron? And she says, give me the receipt. I say, oh sorry, I've lost it. I don't have. She said, no, we're not doing this. So what do you need to do at this moment? Do you have to turn around or go away or not?
Maybe you need to get the recipe.
Maybe, but the recipe is somewhere, you have lost it. Or maybe you have never had it. It doesn't matter. But the thing is, do you need to turn around and go away?
Try to imitate
The sales, yeah, please?
Try to imitate heart attack.
The sales say no, you have not. You don't have to. The sales say that there were no ever a client that has ever refused a seller and refused the deal to the seller. There were no such client. The only thing that client can do, or your buyer or your opponent, is give an objection. They can object. They can't refuse the deal. And you are the only person that decide whether you will work with this objection or you will transform it for yourself and accept it as a refusal. So, and to work, right thought now in heads should be how to work with the objections. It is very simple. The tool to work with the objection is question. You have to ask question. In the previous speaker told you about push situation. When you push, always the force pushes you back. The question is the tool not to push back. It's like Aikido. You use the force of other person. You don't tell him that he's wrong. You don't negotiate. You just ask a question. And then the person, he continues to speak. You ask the second question and you are searching for the hook. Where is the solution? Where is the solution? And then offer it. Coming back to the pharmacy, I can ask anything. Can I send you the digital copy of this receipt? Can I bring it tomorrow? Or maybe, okay, if nothing works, maybe you can offer me where I can buy it. For example, for twice price, 3 times price. I need this medicine. And then the lady will think a little bit and say, are you ready to pay the double price? And you say, yes. Bring me please tomorrow the recipe. So don't turn around when you hear the objection. It's not the time. Want to sell, deal with no, and ask questions. So now we have talked with you about the basics of sales. We were talking about listening, understanding needs, searching for solution, describing the values, writing the price, dealing with no, and dealing with no until your buyer accepts your deal or until he'll die. Do it. Don't stop ever. But the second slide was about the results. Sales is about the results, and making lasting relationships is like multiplicator of your results. If you're just selling once or twice, you're doing very hard job. Again, stop and think smarter, work smarter. Start making lasting relationships. One person is doing hard and selling a product, and the other one is tweeting, writing in the Twitter. The release date of new iPhone is 27th of October. And the army of clients is phoning, calling, writing an email. They are booking the queues to buy the iPhone because all of them have lasting relationships with this Apple. Me too. Want to multiply your results? Make lasting relationships. How to do it? Wonderful example is the ping pong rule. Imagine the table tennis. You stand in front of the table tennis. I like tennis really myself. You take the ball, you throw it in the air, you hit, and this moment you prepare for the hit back. But what does the opponent? He just ignores the ball and the ball goes away. You're thinking something strange. I need to repeat. You take the ball again, you hit it, and you're preparing to receive the ball back, but your opponent ignores the ball again. What do you do in at this moment?
Explain the rules.
No, no, you don't. Only if it is your son or daughter. In the rest cases, you just change the player. You don't want to play with the person that ignores you. And absolutely the same happens in our lives. Everybody who is sitting here is always playing ping pong game, even if you don't realize it. When somebody is calling you on your birthday and saying good words for you, believe me, he wants you to call him back on his birthday, and he will be pleased if you do this. If you won't call him back for 5 years, he will not call you either. If the same person invites you to the birthday party, nobody will say it, but everybody wants from you the same back. So this is the ping pong game. When you come to the restaurant, the waitress is doing hard to satisfy your needs. She's smiling. She wants tips from you. You don't have to do it, but she wants it because this is a ping pong game. It is like this all over the world. And you don't give the tips once, you don't give the tips twice. You're that ping pong player. And third time when you come to this restaurant, where is the waitress? You don't see her. She will wait a little bit. Well, you're so nervous. She doesn't want to work with you. We all play ping pong game. Remember, I asked in the beginning the question how sales skills can help your wife become happier, to your family become happier. The answer is in the ping pong game. I really believe that happy family sounds like ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. If you need some action, some entertainment, you add force and it's like ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. Both players are playing. And if you are not playing ping pong and all the balls are thrown into your face and you're just ignoring it, that's very bad. That's the case why wives come and say that you don't do nothing. You're just not playing ping pong games with her. Understand me correctly, please, at this moment. Okay. So, if you want to make lasting relationships, play ping pong game with this person. If you won't, there will be no relationships with this person or with this audience. The next is give more than expected. Everybody has boss. Even if anybody thinks that you don't have a boss, maybe you have a child, and believe me, he is your boss. So everybody has boss. So can we make lasting relationships with our boss? I'm talking about work. Yes, we do. Do we need it? I think it is better to have good relationships with the person that pays you salaries. Not good to have something wrong with it. What you can benefit from it, what is it for me? Maybe you will be promoted, maybe you will have the salary will raise, maybe you will feel yourself more comfortable among your colleagues. I think it's worth to do. But the thing is that to build lasting relationships by giving more than expected is very simple. You don't have to do something big, you have to do some very small things. For example, once upon a time, write to your answer on email to your boss 11 o'clock in the evening. He'll be like, oh my God, what happened with him? Is he ill? Actually, I like CEO will think, oh my God, he's so loyal. He's thinking about our company in the evening. I'll remember this. I'm sure I can tell I'll remember this. Or maybe you can come to your work 15 minutes in advance. 15 minutes, it's so small amount of time, but if you come every day 15 minutes in advance, believe me, the boss will see this. And someday in a year or in 2 years, you'll sit in a team and he'll say, look at this guy, he's coming to work 15 minutes in advance already for 2 years, and I saw this. You will be so pleased, and this is about making you lasting, about giving you more than expected. What about the birthday of your boss? Does everybody know the date of birth of your boss? Can you raise your hands? And think now, who from you knows the date of birth of his son or daughter? Nobody. Because you're the boss, yeah? And imagine the situation when you meet your boss in the room where everybody takes a coffee and you say, dear boss, I wish your son a wonderful future and healthy life.
Are you spying on me?
Unbelievable. Are you?
Are you spying on me?
Stop licking my ass. You'll never do this.
And then sending it to the right institution. So this is very simple, but it really makes the lasting relationships, not only with the boss, with wife, with friends, with buyers, with anybody. Give more than expected. Respond to interruptions. This is a very interesting moment because I work in logistics. A lot of you work in IT, but this is providing the service companies. Most of you. I think somebody not providing service here. Everybody is providing service. Wonderful. So business is not perfect. People make mistakes. Don't ever be afraid to make mistakes. The question is not about making or not making the mistakes. The question is, what is your behavior when you made the mistake? I remember such a situation in my life. When I was 17 years old, I was working in my first startup. Don't think bad, it was about a programmer. The programmer had a deadline to finish the website on Wednesday, for example. I don't remember actually the day. Today is Tuesday. I'm calling him. He already broke several deadlines, and he is continuing to do it. I'm calling him, no answer. I'm calling him on Wednesday, no answer. I'm calling his brother and says to him, hey, where is Andrew? He's not taking the phone. And the brother answers, he decided to go on holiday, actually. It is very bad for you? And I'm like, are you kidding me? Does this person think that I'll ever work with him again? There is an interruption. If something went wrong, it is okay. But what you have to do then, you have to pay attention to the person that is affected by this interruption. So the wait tool in the sales tool now works like a balance between interruptions and attention that you provide. Call your client or a partner, explain the situation, come to his office, gather together and decide what to do, anything. Call twice, 3 times, 10 times, pay attention, and then attention is so heavy that interruption is already not important. Again, interruptions, they happen, it doesn't matter. But you're such a good partner. Yeah? Pay attention to it. You can give the applause right now because this is the last slide. I feel the presentation is too long, but as I said, it's my first time sharing the knowledge, so I want to tell everything at one moment. I'll evaluate. So, the last thing that I want to tell you is about never stop running. Never stop running forward. You remember the question in the beginning? One of my questions that I thought would be interesting for you: what to do when you are searching clients, partners, or followers, and the results are not inspiring? You're thinking what to do. The answer is never stop running. Never stop selling. In the world, you can sell absolutely everything. And you can show me anything and I'll invent a situation. And the question is about repeating the attempts to sell it, and the question is about the time that will take you to sell the thing. But we have 6 billion people on the planet. I'm definite that you'll find the crazy guy that will buy any crazy, any broken, not working thing. You can sell anything. So if anybody is saying to you that you have no abilities to sell, your sales skills are poor, you read little books, the product is crap, and you are an idiot, and it all doesn't matter. I saw this. It all doesn't matter. The question is the number of attempts to sell. Are you repeating your attempts to find followers and clients and partners? Or you talked once and twice, gathered some information, and now you think that your product is not well enough to be sold? In the United States of America, there is such business when people come, as I even know my friend from Riga that flew there for this business. You take the books and you go on the street and knock on the door and try to sell this book. So what happens? You knock on the door, opens the guy, he sees the books and he said, "No, go away." You okay, I'm going. You're going to the second door, you're knocking, opens a lovely grandma, and she says, "Oh, darling, what do you want?" What do you want? She said, "No, goodbye." And then you go for this third door, and there is no. Salespeople are not optimistic people. So there is going again. No. Once, yes, you won it. One book sold. You go further. No. And this is the only thing that works.
But maybe you should sell
the
ice
number
cream.
of attempts. Again, please?
Or maybe you should sell ice cream instead of books.
Maybe, but not in our place. We have only 2 months of summer, 1 week of summer. Not a good business here. So, want something from your life, never stop running. I remember the movie Forrest Gump. Everybody saw this movie, or somebody, raise the hand who didn't see the movie. Forrest Gump. Especially after my presentation, take your time and watch it. The thing is that this is a wonderful movie. The main character is played by Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is playing an idiot, an absolute idiot. You can't imagine. Everybody tells that he is an idiot. And this idiot somehow successes absolutely in everything what he does. Absolutely. He becomes a war hero. He becomes a TV celebrity. He was 2 or 3 times in the White House in Washington. He became a rich person. He had shares of Apple. An idiot. How can it be so? Here's everybody so smart with knowledge, with training, and he's an idiot and he has everything. And what I didn't realize the first time when I was watching, that he has won the heart of the beloved woman. She was rejecting him for 20 years. And in the result, the movie ends when he is together with his beloved. And they have a child. Unbelievable. What did he do? He was just running forward. He was stupid, but he repeated his attempts and never stopped. I wish you never to stop. I wish you good luck, and and I wish you to chase your dreams. Thank you. We have some minutes for the questions, I think.
Let's say, let's make it simple. Let's have 2 questions, something like that.
Questions, okay.
I have one.
3, we have 3, okay, let's make it 3.
Like
You say that stop nothing at convincing your clients and stuff. So the question is, is the death rate of your potential clients as high than your competitors?
That rate, no, we have to love our clients. I think if I will make such situation that he is clearly dead, then I will not allow him to die. I'll help him to survive at this moment. Then I'll make lasting relationships with him. I'm sorry on these 3 questions.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit similar. Especially after hearing your story about the pharmacy, is there such a thing as salesman ethics?
Ethics?
Yeah.
You see, if you're playing ping pong game, and I'm a seller at this moment, I take not a rocket, but I take some big wooden stick and a huge iron ball and throw it into you. You won't have possibility to play ping pong with me. So yes, of course, we have ethics. Otherwise, we won't have the results. Everything is about the results.
So my question is, you said that if you are interested in answer, just ask. So my question is, how to pursue the friend to throw a party?
To throw a party.
Yes, how to pursue, because your first question, you said there's questions, are you interested, who's interested in these questions? And you said that if I will ask you for an answer, you will answer it. So I'm asking you, how to pursue the friend to throw a party?
Your friend must work hard. I think so. So you can ask him, I think you work hard. Isn't it, aren't you ready to have a rest? Isn't it time for rest? You're working so hard. He will answer anything, and then I'll invent a second question, and the second question, until I find the hook. The coach, I was on one training when they taught us to invent questions. I'm not a professional in this, but the guy was inventing it like shooting from the machine gun. He could invent a question, thousands of questions on the simplest thing. It's just a question of training. Yes, you can always find a question. Okay.
So,
Edward, choose. What was the best question?
Wow. Wow.
I think it's about the ethics. No?
About this.
About that.
About this. Like that.
Thank you so much.
Let's have a 5-minute break.